Coming up on Valley News Live at 10, updating the plan. Who's next in line for the COVID vaccine? A live look in downtown Fargo. How are people celebrating New Year's Eve during the pandemic? Plus, a test drive that never came back, where police are looking for a stolen vehicle. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Breaking news this evening, the man who's accused of brutally killing a teen girl is expected to plead guilty next Friday, January 8th. 27-year-old Ethan Broad is set to plead guilty for the April death of 19-year-old Destiny Avery. Broad is charged with 2 counts of murder. Millions of Americans wait in line to be vaccinated, with widespread coverage unlikely for the next several months. Valley News Live's Washington reporter Kyle Madura looks at how leaders are calculating when it will be your turn.
As a more infectious strain increases the coronavirus's deadly threat, federal leaders are sticking to their formula for distributing vaccines in short supply.
Keep it simple. It's transparent. Every week, more and more doses of product get manufactured and more get quality controlled and released. So it's going to be an ongoing thing every week.
States receive doses based on their populations over the age of 18. But almost immediately, governors complained shipments fell short of presidential promises. Dr. Anthony Fauci says vaccination numbers won't be as high as hoped by the end of the year.
We are below where we want to be.
The federal government's priority list starts with frontline healthcare workers and those 75 and older, before broadly spelling out who should follow. But it's up to states and hospitals to develop their own, more detailed vaccination rules.
Those at highest risk of being made sick if they get infected should be at the front of the line.
Bioethicist Dr. Jeff Kahn says thus far, vaccination plans prioritize saving lives over stopping the spread. At the state level, there's debate over where teachers, grocery workers, and other essential employees should stand. If Americans get the sense the privileged are cutting the line, Kahn says faith in the system will be lost.
And so there's been a lot of work to try to articulate who should go first and why.
But iffy choices came to light almost immediately. Some members of Congress questioned their own priority status.
I was a little bit taken aback.
Kahn says top leaders belong in the first wave, but it's less clear where their staff should fall. Congress still hasn't devised a plan for covering them. In Washington, Kyle Madura, Valley News Live.
It's up to leaders to redesign vaccination plans as new evidence comes to light. Key questions, like whether those who previously caught the virus are immune, remain unanswered. Today, the North Dakota Department of Health provided an update regarding COVID-19 priority groups. They're urging you to monitor messages from your healthcare provider. You can find more information on our VNL News app. Just click on this story. More than 13,000 North Dakotans have now received the first shot from the vaccines. Tonight, experts are urging you not to worry after 2 people experienced severe allergic reactions. They say reactions to any vaccine at this rate are common, and there's not one brand that's safer than the other. However, there are a select few people they say should not be vaccinated.
Absolute contraindication to getting a COVID vaccine is if you've had an anaphylactic reaction to an injectable medication. If you have a allergic reaction or a history of polyethylene glycol, we would recommend that those people don't get vaccinated either.
In the case of the 2 North Dakotans, both have recovered and they say should have no long-term side effects. North Dakota senators have been quiet as to whether they'll support President Trump's request to approve $2,000 in COVID relief payments. The president signed the $900 billion package, but called on lawmakers to increase the payments of $600 to $2,000. We've reached out to both Senators John Hoeven and Kevin Cramer for comment and their stance. We have not yet heard back. It appears the census will miss its year-end deadline for the first time in 40 years. It's supposed to hand in numbers used to help divvy up congressional seats, but the delay could also jeopardize President Trump's plan to exclude undocumented immigrants from the count. The Bureau plans to deliver the population count of each state early next year. U.S. farmers are expected to end the year with higher profits than last year and the best net farm income in 7 years, thanks to the government paying nearly 40% of their income. That's according to the USDA's latest farm income forecast. Farmer challenges in 2020 included the impact of trade disputes, drought and wind damage, and low prices for some crops and livestock. Farmers are expected to receive $46.5 billion from the U.S. government. That's the largest direct-to-farm payment ever. It lifts net farm income to $119 billion, and that's the highest profitability since 2013. Next week, the Capitol will be bustling with state lawmakers as the new session begins. However, with the pandemic, many are questioning what it'll look like. There have been a number of upgrades to the Capitol, but not all are pandemic related. Many of the chambers are equipped with new video boards for virtual floor debates. Committees will also be using new rooms to accommodate social distancing.
As soon as we heard that they wanted to be housed in different areas and add legislative rooms, we immediately, got on Outlook, put calendars together and schedules so that our team knew exactly when we had to have something done.
Meeting virtually is an option, but lawmakers expect everyone to be back in Bismarck for the beginning of the session in one form or another. A woman trying to sell her car is now left with nothing after a potential buyer took the car on a test drive and never came back. Valley News Team's Devin Fry brings us her story.
I told my husband, I was like, I think they just freaking stole our car.
A Wahpeton woman is asking for help finding her stolen car. Lilia Martinez says that she got an offer for the 2008 Chrysler 300 that she was trying to sell while on vacation in Texas. She sent the keys and title to her mother to handle the sale, and that's where things took a turn for the worse. Martinez says that the woman who test drove the vehicle never returned.
She told my mom she was going to take it for a test drive around the block and she was going to be back. And my mom waited for her, and I texted my mom. I was like, did she bring the car back yet? And she's like, no. I was like, okay, well, we're going to have to call in and make a police report that it's been stolen.
The two sides were contacting each other over Facebook Marketplace. Martinez says that when she tried to confront the alleged thief about running away with the vehicle, she was promptly blocked.
I've been trying to message her, and she wouldn't even read or anything, and then she just blocked me.
The Wahpeton police are now searching for the car. Martinez says that they've also reached out to police in Fergus Falls, which is where the alleged thief is from. Martinez says that she feels helpless as she's down in Texas while her now stolen car is out of her hands.
And it's frustrating. I'm still going to go drive around and see if I find my car, even though the chances are slim. You never know.
Reporting from Fargo, Devin Fry, Valley News Live.
That car is a red Chrysler 300 with stickers on the back window and North Dakota license plates. If you have any information on the car, you're urged to contact police. Well, it's New Year's Eve and people are counting down the final hours of 2020, with the year undoubtedly being one to remember for the good and the bad. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly is live in downtown Fargo, taking a look at how people are spending their final moments leading up to 2021. Katie?
Stacy, it is a mixed bag of reactions here in downtown Fargo as people ring in the new year. On one side of things, I spoke with people who say they want to stay at home for tonight, that they are headed home to end the year quietly, hoping that then reflects in 2021. On the other hand, some people have told me they are ready to swing into 2021 with a bang. If we take a look downtown, there are cars lining down Broadway, an actual line of people outside of Old Broadway Bar and Grill. I'm told that bars are open tonight with COVID-19 restrictions, of course, and they say they are ready to bring in the new year with their customers and say that they hope that everything goes smoothly in the new year.
New Year's Eve is always a big holiday for comedy. So it's what we do every year. We got 2 shows going on. Both of our shows are sold out, so it'll be busy when people leave the early show. Hopefully they stick around, and then another round of people coming in late, so it should be a good time.
We just celebrate, maybe a small group at home, nothing too much.
One thing that everyone told me tonight that they all had in common is they have high hopes for 2021, hoping that it will be a positive experience. Reporting live in downtown Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Katie. The cold stealing some of your battery there. And a reminder from law enforcement and health leaders alike, if you're heading out tonight, keep your distance, wear a mask. If there's a large gathering, consider going somewhere else. And if you're drinking, don't get behind the wheel. The Fargo Forests are closing out 2020 in a big way tonight. Beth joins us soon with sports. But first, a fantastic forecast for the start of 2021. Nathan breaks it down for us in just 2 minutes.